don't tell men what you want or what happened to you in the past.
Yeah.
If they ever ask you like, oh, what do you want in a relationship? And you tell them, they're going to fit that mold until they can't anymore and their real face shows. So whenever somebody asks you like, oh, what are you looking for? Just tell them, well, just show me what you are and I'll let you know if it works for me or not.
That's the thing, is that I felt like a shitty person, and this is a shitty thing to
and
do.
needy and insecure. Yeah.
But I like was going through his phone, and it became like a second nature thing. And I had never looked through any other boyfriend's phones.
Am I insecure?
Yes.
What? That's weird. And then it really ate me up. And then later on I found out he cheated. I was like, I wasn't insecure.
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah, they were throwing it on it. There was deflection.
Exactly.
That same thing happened to me, like where I was remember the topless photo I told you, like where and then like, oh no, boobs are funny. And I was like, I don't know if this is a joke.
Look, any guy that comes up to you, making himself the victim, I've always got cheated on.
Yeah.
I always got broken up with. All my exes are crazy. No, red flag, walk away.
Welcome to another episode of Big Mood.
Woo, Big Mood.
Hi, there's 3 of us here today.
Just the 3 of us.
Let's introduce who's here. First and foremost, our beautiful, incredible, intelligent, successful guest. Who do we have?
Hello, everybody. Stacey Apodaca here.
And then we also have...
Oh, me. Nikki.
Who's also successful, beautiful, intelligent.
I like to be picked on, so you gotta...
Okay, she's kind of a dum-dum, honestly. She's a dum-dum.
I'm Nikki Limo.
And I am Gina. In today's topic, we're talking about women telling us the love bombing signs they recognize in their relationship with partners, family, and friends.
What Gina just did to both of us.
Yeah.
Just bombing us with love
so
that she can rip our hearts out later.
This is a article that we found on BuzzFeed, and I can relate heavily.
You've been practicing a lot, huh, Gina?
I've been practicing a lot. You know, like that's what I do. I love bomb, and then I destroy you and leave you afterwards. I'm just kidding.
I feel like you got bombed on.
I did get love bombed on.
Tell us about it.
So for those of you who don't know, love bombing is what people do in the beginning of a relationship to get you hooked on them. And it's just like
it's a manipulative tactic.
But what's the difference between somebody courting you and somebody love bombing you?
Love bombing, I feel like it's a lot more intense. It almost sounds like it's just so unrealistic. Like, whoa, you're talking about marriage already within the first few weeks, you know, like,
and it's kind of catered to you and what they know that you want to hear or need to hear.
Exactly. And or saying things like, I think I love you, and it's just super duper intense.
Leaving little notes, leaving all the cutesy stuff that you see in movies. Like,
wow. Do you know? Really quick. So I don't know. Have you guys ever watched the show Are You the One?
No.
Okay, so it's a show on MTV, but like they play old seasons on Netflix, and I have never experienced love bombing, but on that show, basically you have to couple up and find like your one person that the experts said there's your perfect match. Anyway, so couples are like forming or whatever. This one guy, literally, they had been there for 3 days. This guy was like, I love this girl. I'm going to marry this girl. I just know this girl's the one for me. And all of us ate it up, right? We're like, yeah, he just really must love her, blah, blah, blah. Literally a week after, he was like, F this girl. I hate her. He would be like, why are you even talking to me? Like, it was crazy to watch it go from like one to the other. Like literally articles have been written about this guy and like his mental illnesses, because obviously he went on like a public platform and like everybody saw it, and people were just like, yeah, he's just like wrong in the head. Yeah. But it was like the first time I ever watched it. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, that happens a lot, and it's not on TV, and so you feel kind of crazy because you're like,
nobody watched it.
Like, because people will ask, how did you stay with that guy?
Yeah.
Like, how did you end up? And because they loved bomb so hard in the beginning that you remember those times. And I think this is how abusive relationships start, is because you just see them the way that you met them the first time, where they were so nice and they knew everything about you, and you just like connected, and they were just, you know, that's in them. So this must be a passing phase. This abusive part must be temporary, because he was really perfect before.
Exactly. So what usually happens, it's such a big manipulative move. It's very common with narcissists, is what they do, and then they take it away from you, and you're left with, oh, I wish it was just like before. We can make it go back to before. And it makes you stick around. Like, no, I've seen how sweet he can be. Yeah. He can do it again.
It makes you want to work for it too, because you're like, I know, like, I must have done something that made him not pull away a little bit, but I'm gonna get back.
Right. So that the part where they pull back the affection and they just change suddenly, that's how you can kind of tell that it was love bombing in the beginning, because if somebody really does care about you, they're consistent with their love.
Yeah.
All
And it
throughout.
grows.
And it grows and it grows.
Yeah.
So love bombing is just a really clever and terrible way to just get people addicted to them.
But if you're in it, it doesn't feel it changed suddenly, right? Like you said, it feels like one bad day,
right?
2 bad days. It's been a bad week. It's been a bad month. It's just a bad relationship. But to you, because you're the victim of that addiction, you're the addict, you're like, if I could just get it back to how we were in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. So other people, your friends, us, we can see it. But if you're in it, you're too clouded by the emotions. You don't see it. Right.
Yeah.
And they'll find things to make it seem like it was your fault that things changed.
And as soon as you start pulling away, they're like, oh my love,
Exactly.
no, but you're perfect, I'm sorry. And then they go back to that, and you're like,
Yep.
you finally get that reward, that oxytocin. You're like, oh yes, like
still there.
it's finally back.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you fall, they're like,
Yep.
you know, like
Yep.
you B
Good
word.
fucking game.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's scary.
And I've been through that, where it's like we get into this massive argument and then we make up, and they're so sweet for like a week or two, you know, like, oh, he understands now. He said he was going to change.
He got it.
I knew
We
he
had
was
a-
the perfect guy.
Yeah, we had a heart-to-heart talk where he understands that he did something wrong, and then for the next week or two, he's like so nice, and it feels like old times again, and then it goes back to it, and it's a vicious cycle.
These people are like chameleons, huh? Like they turn themselves into whatever you need.
It's
Exactly.
like they get off on like that.
The
that
control.
like that
Yeah.
control thing. My ex used to like give tear-felt like long speeches about how much he's flawed, but he's working on it, and he'll do anything for this relationship because he's just like, it's like, I'm just the one, and like blah blah blah. And then 2 weeks later, back to scummy, cheating, dirtbag shit.
Yeah. My ex laid in bed and cried like, I'm so happy to have you in my life, and we're back together and stuff like that. And then 2 weeks later, it's the same exact thing, and they would say things like, that sounds very self-reflective. Like, I know that this is why I'm like this. I know where it comes from, and I'm gonna fix it. But they never do.
And they'll do a gesture like, so I caught my ex, like he had this is gross, but he had like a file on his computer of all his exes, but not even just exes, but people he had just hooked up with, topless, sleeping topless. And I found this on his computer, and I was disgusted. And it was titled Awesome. That was like the name of the file. And I was just like, is this a trophy case? Like, what is this?
Totally.
And motherfucker, I was in there sleeping with topless, and I don't have any topless pictures. I've never sent a nude, not shaming anybody that does that. I just don't want any leaks, and I just don't do that.
Fact that he
non-consensual.
Yeah.
And I was like, are these people non-consensual? Like what's fucking
of
going on?
course they are. They're sleeping.
Yeah. So he deletes it off his computer, but I have a hunch it's still fucking somewhere.
Probably.
So like a month later, I just get this, like he's been doing like scummy shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna find this fucking thing. I know it's still here. I went through all these blank discs that were, he had like blank CDs, and I fucking found it, and it was on there, and he saved it on this like file. And so when he did this big speech, like where I caught him, and then he did this big speech about it, he was like, here's every bad thing I've ever done, and he listed all out, and he's like, I will never do these things to you again. Like, I got rid of this, and there was another thing that he had held on to, like his ex's shirt or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but he was like, I got rid of it. Like, I'm not holding on to anything from the past. I'm like, I used to feel validation from these things, but now I know it's just unhealthy, and all it's that self-reflective shit. And I'm like, and he was like crying. He's like, I don't want to lose you. The next day he did this like fake Christmas where he like found a Christmas tree and like wrapped a bunch of presents, and it's like, we had Christmas, and it was like, oh my God, he's so quirky and cute and stuff. And then like, I found all the shit he said he threw away.
Oh my God.
I found it. Like, I'm like, I can't believe, like, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me fucking 5 times.
Yeah.
And this guy kept doing it. And I was like, how am I this fucking stupid? Like you, I was happy when I caught him cheating, because I was like, that made it way easier to let go, because I don't know even why I hung on.
Yeah.
You think that
How
it's
old
real.
were you?
I was 24 when I met him, 26 when we broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we we're up and down throughout that entire thing of 2 years of like being fucking played. I felt like.
I saw a TikTok yesterday where this guy, he's in like a group on Facebook with just a bunch of other dudes also. Like, it's a big public group, and someone asked, what do you guys do with the private photos that your exes sent you? And like 8 out of 10 comments were men saying, well, they're my pictures to do whatever I want to do with them. They're mine. I do whatever I want with them. It's like, dude, that's creepy. Delete that shit. Like, they're still treating women like property. Like, it's mine. I do whatever I want to fucking do with it. Like, dude.
Are we surprised?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's so fucking creepy. Like, when I break up with someone, the photos and whatever I have of him, gone. I barely even keep it when they send it to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Know? But like, these men are still like, keep it like
it's like a trophy.
It's a trophy and it's a possession. Like, they treat these women like possessions, you know? It's so gross.
It's disgusting.
But you have to be some sort of like wrong, right? Like, not all there, because every guy I've dated, well, not every guy, not one, but the 2 guys I dated, like, very healthy men, very like, oh yeah, those are my exes, hope they're doing well, but I don't want anything to do with them, you know? Like, I never had to tell them, like, delete this stuff. Like, one time, like, it was like, oh yeah, it's gone now, like, I don't really care for it, like, I got a new phone or whatever the case may be. Like, it's just never like a thing where I didn't know it was an option that we had to sit down when we first started dating and being like, can you delete all those things?
Yeah.
Like, even if you haven't started dating anybody else, like, it's just out of respect for the person. But I mean, a lot of men see us as objects.
Right.
It's the harsh truth.
It is.
Oh my God. And then I just this popped into my head because you're talking about these pictures and stuff. I was with him when a text popped up of just a girl's tits.
Topless?
Just a girl's tits. And I was like, who the fuck is this? And he's like, oh, this is a joke we have. It's a funny joke. It's like an inside joke. Yeah. Like, it's just funny because we were talking about how funny boobs are. And I'm like, oh, I'm stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. We go through those.
Yeah.
What I learned was, because people, like manipulative people like that and narcissists, they mold themselves to be what you want.
Yeah.
I've learned that early on when you're dating, don't tell men what you want or what happened to you in the past.
Yeah.
If they ever ask you like, oh, what do you want in a relationship? And you tell them, they're going to fit that mold until they can't anymore and their real face shows. So whenever somebody asks you like, oh, what are you looking for? Just tell them, well, just show me what you are and I'll let you know if it works for me or not.
Well, and like, why are we telling people what we've been through?
Yeah.
I have never, like, even in my current relationship, I'm not like, this guy did this to me and no.
Yeah.
Because then you know what I allowed in the past and then what I'll allow in the present, and I'm not about to allow that again.
Exactly.
You don't need to know. Yeah, like, you don't need to be telling them, oh, I got cheated on and blah, blah, blah. No.
Ooh.
It didn't work out.
Yeah.
Has this ever happened to you? Those type of guys is the same type of guys, I feel like, where they tell you all the ways that their ex broke their heart and like they tell you this sob story about how awful their ex was and what they did. And then in the future, when you guys get in a fight, they're like, you're just like my ex.
Yeah.
I can't even, you're even worse than her. And I'm like,
Yeah, I am.
what?
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. So I made that mistake before where I would tell them like, you know, this is what I've been through, thinking like, if they just know, you know, then they won't do it to me because they don't want to hurt me because they like me so much. But no, it shows them, oh, this is what she put up with in the past. That means I can get away with it too.
And more.
Yeah, and more.
It's like a challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, girl.
The ex that cheated on me recently, after he and I split, I found out he cheated on me. I had like this inkling of a feeling about that the things he told me about his exes were not true.
Yeah.
So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to reach out and just see what happens, right? And so I messaged her. I was like, hey, this is a really weird message I'm sending you, but he and I just split. Did he do the same thing to you? You don't have to answer this. It's fine, whatever. And she responded. And that night, she and I got on the phone together. And she was the nicest girl. We got along so well. We were on the phone for 6 hours.
Oh my God.
Just hanging out. And we became friends.
I love that.
Yeah. And we
PS.
just became friends. And then we went through like everything. Like, did he do this? Yeah,
Like
he did
shared
that.
trauma.
Yeah. And it's like, oh no, he said that he was like this with you. And he's never been like that with anyone else. Let me guess. Did he say this? And she's like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild.
And then most of the times, if look, any guy that comes up to you, making himself the victim, I always got cheated on.
Yeah.
I always got broken up with. All my exes are crazy. No. Red flag, walk away. Red flag, because you're gonna be you're gonna be the next one.
Exactly.
You know,
Can't
It's
take
so
some-
hard, like, not to empathize and be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm glad you found me." Then,
No,
because
bitch.
I'm like not like
see,
them.
oh my god, you guys need to be bitches in the beginning. Literally, be a bitch in the beginning.
I'm starting to get swayed onto her side.
and don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But just be like, oh, I got cheated on. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what are you having for dinner? You know, like, you know, because that's how you have to be. Like,
Yeah.
they don't get to just have your empathy. They get to earn it. Of course, you're never going to be disrespectful. Let me just highlight that. But I feel like a lot of times these people that are manipulative, they know our instinct to nurture.
Right. Yeah.
And if you treat every person like that, like I can count, dude, there's been times where like men I've dated have cried in front of me and I'm like just staring at them blankly. And I'm like, well, you were texting her. Why are you crying?
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like, I'm just so sorry. Oh my God, I didn't mean to, but you did. You were texting her, you know, and then I've always been very good at like when I'm in front of them, I'm like a straight face. I'm like,
so good.
No. And then when I leave, I cry.
Yeah.
You know? But in front of them, I'm just like
I will not show weakness. You don't get
not
to have
even weakness, but it's like, I'm not going to feel bad for you because you messed up.
Yeah.
You no longer get to have me, you know, but it's not that I'm untouchable. It's just that in the beginning, you guys all should literally read Why Men Love Bitches. It's a great book. It talks about that, like how in the beginning you should just be, it's a business transaction almost, you know, like you're basically interviewing people that can potentially be your partner.
Right.
And you're doing the choosing of the relationship.
Right.
So yeah, don't give too much in the beginning.
Yeah, it's like, it is like a business interview, like where you don't go to a job begging for the job. Like you want to know that like it's a good fit. So like, tell me why I should want to work here too. Not just why you would want to hire me.
Tell me why I should want to be with you.
Yeah.
Tell me why. And then they're like,
And show it with your actions.
yeah. And like, of course you're not like, oh, what are you bringing to the table? But you're just like, I'm not going to give you everything in the beginning. You have to earn my love, my nurturing, my trust. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, you should be courted from the beginning of the relationship.
I wish I would have known that earlier about the courting.
A lot of us do, you know.
Especially since I've always been like such a guy's girl. I kind of like, you know, I liked that identity of like, you know, I don't need like the fancy, I don't need like to be courted. I'm a guy's girl. I'll pay for your dinner. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, whatever. I also made more money than all my boyfriends. So I was like, you know, and that wasn't what lured me in. I liked that you were funny and that you're nice. Like, I like those two things. I like that you're caring and nice and funny. And then they just never court you.
Yeah.
And then they never know to like step it up.
Yeah. But that's, you set the standard in the beginning.
You set the standard.
And we can go into this like deeply, but yeah, you should literally, even if you make more money and all he can afford to is to take you to a taco stand. If you like him, let him take you there.
Yeah.
You know, if that's, because man, you'll attract the type of man based on what you accept in the beginning. So if you're like, I'll pay for you, all right, you're gonna get the type of man that's always gonna be like, well, didn't you pay for me?
Yeah,
take care of me.
Yeah,
I'm here to be your little princess.
And that doesn't make us like spoiled. We'll never do anything. When I learned that if I feel protected, safe, and cared for, my caring side eventually feels safe enough to come out.
Yeah.
I will reciprocate. You
and
know?
most women always feel like, I don't want him to think I'm taking advantage of him.
Yeah.
Girl, you're a millionaire. You're not taking advantage of him. You know, like let yourself be courted.
Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when you're shopping on your iPhone or computer. Thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Here's how it works. When you're shopping on one of your favorite sites at checkout, the Honey button appears and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site, and if Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. Honey doesn't just work on desktop, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. I remember going and looking all over the internet for promo codes, like first customer codes or first buy codes, and it was such a pain, but now Honey just does it for me, which saves me so much money, and I usually use it on clothing websites. I remember it saving me money on shipping and some like first-time promos too. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out, and by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting this show. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/bigmood. That's joinhoney.com/bigmood.
If you run an e-commerce business, you probably feel like it's about time people stop treating e-commerce giants better just because they're bigger, and you are absolutely right. That's why ShipStation gives e-commerce sellers of all sizes access to the same deeply discounted rates usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies. Yeah, your little Etsy shop, your little small business, you're getting the same treatment as Fortune 500 companies. And ShipStation doesn't just save you money, but that's a good place to start because we all love some extra money. Am I right? You get deeply discounted shipping rates that are normally reserved for Fortune 500 companies. ShipStation also works with over 45 carriers, so you can easily compare rates and delivery times to quickly find the best option every time. They work with over 300 platforms like Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and more. to automate processes like fulfillment and tracking so you can save time managing orders. Oh my God, so annoying when like you're like, I want to focus on my business, but then almost all my time is spent packaging and shipping out these orders. In fact, 98% of companies that use ShipStation for a year keep using it for as long as they're in business. Yeah, it makes sense because it's so much more easy. If you've ever been, shipping things from a small company. I did this like when I had an Etsy shop for a while, and I used to make stickers and like send them out to people for a little bit. I made jewelry and sent it out, all kinds of stuff. And then now I have my jewelry business, and it's just so much easier to have a company like this where you're saving money on shipping, but you're also saving money on like having everything in one place. So you're saving money while making shipping easier. It's a no-brainer. With all that money that I'm saving, I'm using it to put back into my business so I could get more inventory, which equals more profit. Hello, cha-ching. So don't let the big guys keep all the discounts to themselves. Sign up using promo code BIGMOOD for a free 60-day trial today at ShipStation.com and start saving with every shipment. That's 2 whole months of discounted shipping, absolutely free. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in Big Mood. ShipStation. Make ship happen.
Speaking of courting, let's get into this article.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Because the
That was a
first
long
one
intro.
says, when he was courting me, he was like a romance novel. When we fought, he would turn into a complete monster and do anything to hurt me mentally and emotionally. And then when he thought I was about to leave, he would be a romance novel again.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally had enough and decided I was in fact leaving, he turned so mean I didn't even recognize him. He pulled the breakers from the breaker box and left for 4 days, leaving my daughter and I with no power or water in July in Alabama.
Oh my gosh.
He also
that's a
bolted
monster.
locks on the kitchen cabinets and refrigerator. The breakup was a year ago. I've maintained no contact. He messages me about once a month asking why I won't talk to him. He cannot believe that I don't want him in my life anymore.
That's scary.
They always come back.
Yeah.
My ex messaged me 2 weeks ago, and he's been seeing someone else. He messaged me
I
2
hope she's
weeks
watching
ago.
this.
I hope so too. He messaged me 2 weeks ago from his second account, and he's like, oh, hey, so I see you didn't block this account. I'm just starting up the second, or I'm kickstarting the second account again. And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck asked? I didn't message back. He saw that I read it and then said, oh, that wasn't supposed to be mean or weird or anything. I hope you're doing well. It's like, bitch, do you not remember what you did to me?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My ex periodically will find a way to text me or contact me.
Yeah.
Also, I don't even like talking about him because he might see it or whatever. But he follows all of you.
Oh, that's weird.
He's never met any of my friends. He follows all of them.
That's
on
weird.
Instagram.
That's super weird.
It's really weird. It's bizarre. He
Yeah.
shows up at things randomly that I'm at. It's kind of stalkery.
So
Yeah.
like this person said, if he was a romance novel, he did everything right. But if it's such a huge stark contrast between when he's happy and when he's sad, or when he's angry, the way he treats you, if it goes from romance novel to fucking monster, that means most likely the romance is not real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a healthy person would be within a range of emotions.
Yes.
Like when I'm mad, I'm going to be mad at you with love. Like I'm still respecting you. I could be so mad at my fiance, but I'm never going to leave him outside locked out.
Exactly.
You know?
You're not going to take away his basic survival needs
I'm
for
not-
him and his daughter.
Yeah.
Like, what?
For sure.
If they're on the extremes of both sides of the spectrum, that's a huge fucking problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Even in the beginning, no matter how in love you are, because of course there's people who get married within 3 months, for example, and they're happy, right? So okay, that wasn't a red flag. So maybe this one's normal. If at the end of the first date, they're like, I love you. Bitch, you barely know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, it's crazy. Too much of anything is not good.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I did text my friends after Steve and I's first date, do you want chicken or steak at the wedding? But I didn't tell him that.
Yeah, you don't tell him that.
Him. I think that's the difference,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Even when I met Denny, he was the first couple of days, 3 days, he was like, oh my God, I really want to tell you something because I feel it, but I don't want to tell you because it would be weird.
Yeah.
And then I told him, I was like, I want to tell you too, but it would be weird. So let's hold on.
Let's wait.
Yeah. So it was a really strong emotion, but both of us were like, let's pump pump the brakes a little bit, you know?
Let's make sure that we still feel that few weeks from now.
Yeah.
Or like months from now.
I feel like maybe a person that's not all there would have been like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you already. Let's just get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when they're homeless and they're like, I love you. Can I stay the night? And you're like, huh?
They call that a hobosexual.
A homosexual. Please be careful, ladies.
Yeah. They're only with you because they need a home.
Oh yeah, that same guy like couldn't pay his rent and ended up moving in with me within the first like month and got laid off. I know. I had to go through this though, so I can share all these stories.
Yes.
And I could tell people what to look out for to not fall into.
We're grateful because now you know why you love Steve so much.
Yes.
Because he's the opposite.
Yes.
All right. The second one says, I didn't figure it out until I told him I was leaving for real. After 13 years of marriage, I agreed to one counseling session to appease him, and and the words that flowed out of his mouth about how great I am, how much he loves me, blah, 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 was so fucking fake and inconsistent with his actions.
Yep.
I was physically repulsed. He was so kind when he was begging me not to leave him, and then so cruel when he realized I wasn't backing down. So cruel, it was unreal. The abuse cycle and trauma bonds are no joke.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, the inconsistency of words and actions. This is the first sign that I noticed and pointed out. And then he turned it on me. He was like, I'm hurt because that's what my ex used to say. And I thought I changed that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you didn't, but like maybe there's room. And then he's like, I swear, like it's going to line up because that really hurt me that you said that. And then it never did. And I was like, hey, remember when you said it hurt you? But well, you know, you're still doing that. He got so upset. And it's like, okay, there has to be a point where your words line up with your actions or then it's not real. Do you not understand?
Yeah. But like, don't be nice. Like you could be nice to Steve now,
nice. You
know, but like, don't be nice to your husband.
Yeah.
Like you could be nice when they're your husband. When they're dating, just be mean. Not mean, but just like set really firm boundaries.
Yeah.
Very firm, healthy boundaries.
I was very bad at setting boundaries.
Same.
Right. And so not right, but like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. And so now you're like, set the boundaries firmly, even if you feel guilty, even if you feel bad, you know, like just be firm about it. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad. I don't care. That's my boundary. You don't get to cross it.
I think it does take a certain level of like self-acceptance and like knowing your worth, because at that time in my life I had really low self-esteem. I was in an abusive business relationship where I was contracted with a guy who would constantly threaten to sue me for breaching contract, even though like this contract was really gross. And he knew I didn't have money to defend myself, so he would constantly use that to like get me to do the things he wanted me to do. Wow. And so I entered this romantic relationship already still in that abusive business relationship. So there's two people trying to like isolate me from friends and tell me that I'm
pushing
shit
down.
and pushing me down. And then you start to feel like you're not worth shit and that you don't add value to people's lives and that you must like, these are the only two people that care about you then. And yeah, it's really bizarre how that can happen, how you can really convince yourself that you're not worth anything.
And you know what's kind of crazy? I feel like now that I'm like this deep into my relationship, now I trust Denny to the point where like his words matter to me, right? So now if he was to be like, you're being really mean, like now I would take it into consideration, right? So I can imagine giving somebody who you just met that trust and them taking advantage of it and being like, you're being really disrespectful because you're setting boundaries. If you're the kind of person that really puts all that trust in within the first month of dating, you're going to believe it and you're going to be like, man, I am shitty. I am like, I'm not worthy of his love because I'm setting boundaries. I'm really bad, you know? So it's not to say like you shouldn't trust them romantically, but like don't trust his words over yours. His feelings about you over your feelings about you. You know, like you have to know who you are before you get into a relationship, so that if he says you're being really mean for not allowing me to come over at 2 a.m, I'm not. I'm just simply respecting my space. You know, because now when you really become like in love with this person, you do trust what they say about you. Like now if Denny was to be like, you were really mean to your sister, I would be like, oh fuck, I was. You know, like because I know he comes from a place of love, but
he knows you.
And he knows me. But in the beginning, if he was to be like in the beginning of a relationship, if he was like, you're being really mean to me, I'd be like, deal with it. You know, like these are my boundaries and this is what I want. And if you can put up with it, you know, and then I soften and then, you know, it blended. But in the beginning, you kind of have to trust yourself more than you trust them.
And think we've said this before, especially when Jess has been on the show, but like I really think everyone needs a period of being alone, like not dating anybody, not like depending on somebody, you know, where you're like on your own, building your career, building your self-worth, building your confidence, really solidifying who you are as a person. And no one can crack that after that. But if you haven't built that yet and you're still in that shaky ground and someone comes in there and they know exactly how to work you, ooh, that's when that's the danger zone.
Yeah. When you
scary.
give somebody more trust than you.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Especially the love bombing, I think really works on people who didn't get a lot of love or affection in their childhood. And then they come along and they're like giving you all these things you've never heard before.
Yep.
Ooh, does that work?
Yeah.
That was me. And that leads to number 4. I was pretty starved emotionally as a child. When dating became a thing, it was like I'd cracked the code to being loved. I was really cute and decent looking in my teens and early 20s, so it made finding boys really easy. The first few times, the love bombing turned into future faking, which is when they make promises like, yeah, I want to marry you. And we're going to go to Hawaii. And we're gonna,
we named our future kids and everything within the first 2 weeks.
So the first few times, the love bombing turned into future faking and then eventually completely slowed to a grinding halt, then turned the other direction towards complete neglect or being cheated on. Those experiences completely destroyed my self-worth for a while. Then I had to put a guard up and really get to know someone before believing a thing they said. It took until I was about 25 years old to get there, but I guess that's a normal age to feel like you've really matured. Yeah, you have to really learn about yourself and learn about what you're willing to take and your boundaries. And that does take a while.
It makes sense that she said 25 because that's when your frontal cortex develops.
Yeah.
Which is the part of the brain that thinks about consequences, right? So 25 is around the age where you're like, become an adult, who you're really going to be, right?
Yeah.
But anything before that, and you know, a lot of people get married, a lot of people find their true love, but when you're dealing with somebody that's like purposefully manipulating you, that's tough.
Yeah. Because then everything that they're doing is not real.
Yeah.
That's not a real person that you're dating. That's whatever.
You're getting catfished in real life.
It's crazy.
With emotion.
Yeah. Emotional catfish.
That's
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it took therapy for me to like really realize why I like was drawing these types of people, or like why like I kept attracting those types of people, and like my boundary issues, and like I always felt like I needed to do something to earn love. I wasn't worthy of being loved just because of being loved. Like I had to like earn it somehow. And those fucking people know how to make you feel like you haven't earned it yet.
Exactly.
Because they can like smell it. They like know your weaknesses. Yeah. And then so I was like, fuck yeah, I need to like realize what I love about me first, and like fall in love with yourself first. Really is like, it's cliche, but it's true. Like you fall in love with the things that you like about you, and then find someone that also sees that.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like even if we take it one step back, like how this person said, I was deprived as a child of love. It's almost like it all starts in your childhood. And you literally have to love your child no matter what. Yeah. I don't believe in unconditional love. The only unconditional love should be to your child. Right. And so making your child love like they have to work for love, or they have to earn it by getting good grades, by cleaning the room, by taking a shower, whatever it is, it's almost training them to then seek out that same love in the relationship.
Absolutely.
Right. And so like I always kind of think like as a father having daughters, it must be so easy to mess them up because you're the first example they see of a man. But I mean, like if there's any man listening that have daughters, like you literally have to love her so much, because everything you don't do for her, some idiot is going to come and take advantage of her because you didn't teach her how to be loved.
Yep. And it's like, I don't blame my dad, because he was 24 when he became a dad. Yeah. So he wasn't even fully developed in his like,
I mean, that's
cortex
very grown
or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing about him is we're very similar in personality. And I think he saw that in me, but he always wanted a boy because he's a baseball player. And so I think he raised me like I was his son, you know, and not like a daughter. And so he was really hard on me and like discipline. Like I had to really earn things to get his approval. And even though that was like his way, like in his mind, he's like, I'm training you to be the best, to excel in things. It fucked me up in the relationship department because I felt like with guys, I felt like I needed to do something to gain I needed to be exceptional to gain your approval. And if you just liked me for just to like me, like I don't like you because like I don't trust that. Like I didn't even do anything yet. So how could you like me?
Right. The next one says, I figured him out when he began to project his insecurities onto me and gaslight me. He'd say things like, I bought you all these nice things and you still want to go out with your friends?
Ooh, like
so
you could
transactional.
buy. Ooh,
yeah, that's gross.
I've never had that.
My ex, we got into a massive fight because he disrespected my family, and he said it was just words. I'm sorry. I'm like, show some actions, and I had to teach him like, show some actions. Fucking order food for me and my family or something for disrupting us, or like get me flowers for once. Like do something. I want actions. And he finally did it only because I told him to, which is never worth. Like it just doesn't mean anything as much anymore. And then a week later, he's like, well, I did the nice thing, so why are you?
Oh God, it's like I gave you this, so now I get to do what I want.
Exactly. Like it's so gross.
Not out of your heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
The transactional never feels good.
No.
The next one says, I dated an ex for 3 years that was incredibly abusive in every way except physically, though he threatened it a number of times. I can only remember this incident towards the end of the relationship. I came home to his house and there was a big bouquet of flowers with a cookie from my favorite place waiting for me. All this from a man who used to brag that a florist knew him by name because he went there so much for his exes, but not once in our 3 years ever brought me flowers. He never went out of his way to do anything nice for me. He came home that day and was suddenly being really sweet, asking if I liked the flowers and saying, oh, did you see the cookie was from your favorite spot? At that point, I had already signed a lease to move the hell away from him, and I was just waiting for the keys. I wasn't falling for it anymore. Well, what did I just say? What did I just say? Yeah, they do these nice things
at the very end, like when it's do or die, and because you told them to.
Yeah, because they're trying to hold on, right?
And they have to point it out, like, did you see? I did it.
Yeah,
it's like cool.
I did the good one.
With actual like diagnosed narcissists. So from what I know, because I've never personally experienced it, but from what I know, they literally like to hold on because it's fun. So it's not that they love you, is that they have the hold on you, that where they're like controlling you and they're like, haha, I got her to do what I wanted. And so when you finally leave and you finally get the courage and you're like, I wasn't crazy, I'm leaving, they try to become what you wanted, and it'll work. You know, there's people who go back 5, 6, 7 times, and until you have enough and you realize like it's never gonna change. You know, I'm not gonna share who it was, but I have a friend who was dealing with the narcissist, and he lived out of state, so he was far. She would go out there and see him, and then when she was here in LA, he was like, I'm never gonna get married, I don't love you, I don't know why you're being crazy like that, blah 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 blah, crazy like that, right? Anyway, eventually she ended up dating and finding her current partner, and in the beginning of her current partner's relationship, she texted the guy and was like, I'm sorry, I'm blocking you everywhere, I no longer want to be with you, leave me out of it, leave me alone, right? Which with the narcissist, it doesn't work like that. So literally it was so crazy to me because she told him that, and then she went on to her relationship with her new boyfriend. That same week at 6 a.m, she lives at her mom's house. After her mom went to work, he was parked outside of her house, waited until the mom left to work because he knew she was going to be by herself, knocks on the door. So he doesn't call, he doesn't text, knocks on the door. So then she opens. Obviously, she's distraught. She just woke up. She's not ready. So he caught her in a vulnerable position, right? After the mom left, caught her in a vulnerable position and was like, I'm here to talk because you're not picking up my phone calls.
Yeah.
Ew.
For a reason.
She said.
But it's like as deep as the fact that he caught her at 6 a.m. She hadn't showered. She wasn't ready. She wasn't ready physically. She wasn't ready emotionally. And this is something narcissists do. They'll deprive you of sleep to get what they want out of you, right? And so anyway, they talked. She texted her dad like, hey, he's here. Come out, whatever. The dad came or whatever. Anyway, they talked. He left. And then he lives out of state. And I believe up until like 6 months after she was still with her new boyfriend, he would come and like drop notes, drop flowers. Like it would be like, we're meant to be. We're going to be together forever.
Stalker.
Yeah. But the thing is like, I'm like, how does your brain work?
Yeah.
You were telling this woman you were never going to marry her, but all of a sudden she moved on. You always wanted to marry her.
They can't believe that a person would reject them.
Yeah, that you're moving on.
Yeah.
I learned that narcissists simply they don't love you because they just don't love you. It's literally because they literally cannot.
Yeah.
Something is up with their brain.
Yeah.
They literally just can't.
When they say love, it doesn't mean the same thing.
Exactly.
They can't grasp the same concept.
And I recently was talking to my friend who's going through his first breakup with a narcissistic woman. And I was like, you need to understand that this is physically impossible, mentally impossible for them to do. So you can't just hold out on, oh, maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can do this. Like, no,
It's not the same.
you can literally shit in gold nuggets, make this woman come every fucking night, give her all the money in the world, everything she's ever wanted from a child. You can give her the fucking dead dog she had from a child.
Yeah.
You know, and bring it back to life. But it will literally never, ever, ever be enough. You'll never be enough.
Because that's not how they feel things. They feel things from manipulating and like getting. It's a whole trophy system. Like it's more about the chase, the getting the thing and the conquering than it is about love. There's no love.
They can go to God himself and be like, hey, can you put the perfect person in front of me right now? And it could be you, and it still won't be enough.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane. So like and it's very hard for people to accept, like, but this person that I spent this much time with, that was so sweet. No, it can't be them. Like, no, it really is them.
Yeah, the sunken cost thing.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like, well, I've already been with them for 5 years. Like, I just don't want to start over. It's like, girl, start over.
Start over.
Boy, start over.
Yeah, start over.
Have you ever wished for a best friend with a medical degree to answer all your sexual health and wellness questions? The Favor Medical Team is just a text away to guide you through your sexual health and wellness options. Whether you're thinking about going on birth control for the first time, need to renew your prescription, or want help finding the best option, the Favor Medical Team has your back. The Pill Club is now Favor. Favor offers professionally prescribed birth control subscriptions and sexual wellness products delivered straight to your door for free. No more going to doctor appointments. Favor carries over 120 FDA-approved brands and ships to all 50 states. Most brands of birth control are free with insurance or Medicaid. Otherwise, prices start as low as $7 per month without insurance. Favor delivers birth control to your door for free in discreet packaging, along with fun self-care gifts and goodies. That's way more than a doctor's office that can give you that. What's more, their licensed medical team is just a text away to provide you the care you deserve. Sign up for birth control in just 5 minutes. Skip the office visit and waiting in line at the pharmacy and get treated right. Right now, when you go to heyfavor.com/bigmood, Favor is offering a $10 donation to bedsider.org for every Big Mood listener who becomes a patient. Your donation will help low-income individuals get access to birth control through bedsider.org. That's heyfavor.com/bigmood to get your first birth control care package and donate to help more women in need of affordable birth control. Remember, it's heyfavor.com/bigmood. You must use the link to make a donation.
Every Plate is America's best value meal kit, because while most meal kits come with a premium price tag, Every Plate offers delicious dinners that won't break the bank. We love it. Let Every Plate plan, shop, and deliver everything you need to cook a delicious meal at a consistently low price. You can choose from 17 delicious weekly recipes, and then you just sit back. You just relax. They'll deliver pre-portioned ingredients and then these easy to follow recipe cards right to your front door. I got flatbread pizza. What else did I get? Oh gosh, so many things, but the flatbread pizza really stands out because it was super easy. Who doesn't want pizza at all hours of the day, at any mealtime? I had some left over. I had some for breakfast. It was just a really good value portion size. And Every Plate's quality ingredients come carefully packed and pre-portioned, helping you save money and reduce food waste. Every Plate cuts out trips to the grocery store and stressful meal planning, so you can enjoy cooking and getting dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or less. Like this one I think was less, to be honest. So get started with Every Plate for $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code BIGMOOD179. That's everyplate.com and enter code BIGMOOD179 for just $1.79 per meal. That's up to $104 value. Everyplate.com, code BIGMOOD179.
Number 7 says, everything I did was amazing to them. He got excited that my favorite animated movie was a movie he had only seen one time as a child. He didn't even remember it, yet he cited that as a reason I was perfect for him. Anything I did, even if it was directly conflicted with one of his opinions, would turn into yet another reason I was perfect. I honestly didn't know this was love bombing. The concept makes so much more sense now. I had an ex who treated me like shit, but our relationship started out with him saying I was amazing just because I knew who this character was from the show. I was insecure and took the compliments where I could get them, even from a dude who seemed to only brush his teeth once a week.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's hard because, okay, I didn't know that was love bombing either, but I did, like briefly dated a guy that we weren't ever like together, but like he was, taking me out and stuff. And my reason I didn't like him or couldn't like stay hanging out with him is that whatever I said, I was amazing. And also he agreed with everything I said. Like he didn't have any opinions. And it wasn't like, oh yeah, I agree with you because blah, blah, blah. And here's all the reasons I agree with you. It was just like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's it.
No
Like,
personality.
okay, cool. So I just like talked for 15 minutes about why I think this thing, and then you're just like, yeah, I agree. It's like, I need more. I need substance. And tell me why.
I think we go back to that point of like, you have to be secure in who you are.
Yeah.
Because if somebody's like, oh my God, you're perfect because you drive this car, it's like, okay.
The most surface level thing.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, man. Like, what's your point?
Yeah.
Like, let's keep going,
Yeah.
And so if somebody's like, you're perfect because you like Toy Story, sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're not so blinded by the compliments on surface level things. Or, oh my God, you're perfect because your toenails are blue. You know, like you don't believe the simple stuff.
You know what? It reminds me a lot of, and this is true. Like if you are wanting to be a YouTuber or any sort of public figure, you cannot get so wrapped up in the compliments that you think you're the shit, and you could not get so wrapped up in the hate comments that you think you're the worst and you want to die, because you're gonna get both extremes. And like, I think seeing so many comments at a time, you really have to build a firm foundation of who you are, or you'll just get destroyed. You'll get swept away by anything. It's the same way in relationships, and if you're not used to seeing that all the time, like if you're getting all the compliments in the world, you're like, oh my God, like I'm the best, like I feel so good with this person, or they take it away and start telling you you're the worst and here's all the reasons you suck, and then you start believing that because you don't have that solid foundation.
You give somebody else allow somebody else to dictate who you are.
Exactly.
You never get to decide who you are. You never get to tell people who you are because you're waiting for somebody else to tell you.
I think an example of this was when this guy broke up with me because he was like, you're just too insecure. I knew I wasn't insecure, I knew I've never been the insecure one in the relationship. And so when he randomly dumped me and said, yeah, you're just being too insecure because I brought up something that really bothered me about another woman. If I had loved myself more and understood myself more 100% of what I am, I wouldn't have been so hurt about that breakup, because I found myself asking like, am I insecure?
Yes.
What? That's weird. And then it really ate me up. And then later on, I found out he cheated. I was like, I wasn't insecure. I was right.
Yeah, they were throwing it on it. There was deflection.
Exactly.
That same thing happened to me. Like where I was remember the topless photo I told you, like where and then like, oh no, boobs are funny. And I was like, I don't know if this is a joke.
Yeah.
Because like, that's weird. I would never do that. Like that's like this is kind of a flirty text. And like, who is this girl? I don't even know her. And he was like, well, she spent the night at our house when we were like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, so she spent the night with you and now she's showing her boobs? And he was like, you're too judgy on things. And I was like, I'm judging? He's like, yeah, this isn't the first time either. Like, you judge me on this. Like, sometimes guys and girls are just friends and they show boobs and they do this. I'm like,
I've never.
Am I crazy? Like,
you have to know who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too judgy. I am anyway. And it's like the fact that you have boobs on your phone.
Yeah.
So what? Deal with that. We're breaking up or not?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I am
I
judgy.
love that.
Stop holding it against me.
Yeah.
Or like when they try to say like, you're too sensitive. Yes, I am. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Are you going to deal with it or not?
Exactly.
You know? You have to know who you are and stand your ground on it.
I love that.
Fuck yeah, girl,
Yeah.
be a bitch. If you learn anything from this podcast.
Be a bitch.
If I had to start over now, I could do it. But back in that like sensitive zone, that 24-year-old, that vulnerable little get the baby time.
Yeah.
Oh,
But I mean,
it's too nice.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay to be nice. You know, it's just when it's your heart's on the line, you can be a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, and that's for like any maybe 24-year-olds listening now. Like your heart is your most precious thing you have, you know. Take care of you more than you're gonna take care of him. Oh my god, I feel judged because you don't let me get boob pictures. Okay, feel judged.
Yeah, feel judged.
Yeah, you know, like
if it makes you uncomfortable, then stand by it.
Be uncomfortable or break up with me, you know. Like
the next one says, my now ex-boyfriend wanted to get me a promise ring after 3 months, later added me to his life insurance policy without asking me, and somehow made me out to be the bad guy. He said I was overreacting and that he just was giving me the serious relationship I wanted.
Oof. Look at all these things I did for you.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, hold on. I'm confused because he gave her a promise ring and added her to life insurance. And she was like, what are you doing? He never did anything bad?
She said that he made her to be a bad guy somehow.
I need details because
I need details on this.
If you give me a ring and add me to your life insurance, I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping over that, you know?
Yeah. So that one's a little bit weird for me.
Maybe she thought it was getting too serious too fast.
And see, like after 3 months, I would be like, oh yeah, that's fine. Like, you know, so maybe like, see, that's that fine line of like, when are you being love bomb and when are you being like courted and taken care of?
That's an individual situation.
Yeah, because after that, I wouldn't have been like, oh my God, red flag. I got a promise ring at the month. If he twisted it
and was like, you know, making her feel like she was taking from his life because look at all the things I did for you and now, and you're gonna still go out without me, or you're gonna still do things that you want to do without me,
that's
or something like that.
But if he's just like,
okay.
But if he's just like, oh, it's a ring and here, like you're on my phone plan now, then it's not a big deal, you know?
If he had done that, like adding on the phone plan without her asking, and suddenly turns around and says, oh, now I have to pay, like I've been paying extra for you, blah, blah, blah. I pay for your phone now. And you're like, what?
I didn't ask for that.
There has to be that twist for it to be love bombing.
For sure.
Exactly.
Where they turn sour.
The next one says, any suggestion that we slow down or not make big future plans was met with sulking and the silent treatment.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
No.
Anybody that gives you silent treatment, friend, mom, boyfriend, anything, don't talk to them.
Yeah.
Toxic. When you're in kindergarten, you're taught how to communicate your feelings. If you don't want to share a toy, you're taught to share. Like, it's basic human communication.
Yeah, when I was with my ex, every time we got into an argument, he wouldn't speak to me it was always 3 days. It was always exactly 3 days, and then he'll message me.
Planned.
How did that feel?
And it was just like, at first I was like, what the fuck? And then after a while, because I was so
used to it,
it became like this is what he just
You're
what
like,
he
I'll
does.
see you Friday.
Yeah, exactly. It's just what he does. And then later on, after we broke up, I was like, I don't want to fucking deal with that anymore. Like, that's lame. So, and then whenever he came back and just messaged me, it was just like oh, hey, everything's cool now. It's like,
oh man, that could mess with you.
Yeah, it's like he was training you to get used to that.
So after we broke up, I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking dealing with this, because I don't give silent treatments. It's not what I do. I communicate.
No, same.
I've never met anybody who does personally. Like, to me, you know, it's childish.
I don't like when things are unresolved.
Exactly.
I'll confront you right away if I think there's a problem, because I just don't like an unresolved tension type of issue.
Yeah. Oh, you still have to be cordial. Like, if you're coming in, oh, good morning, or like, I'm gonna go to the store, do you want anything? Like, even if we're mad, like, you don't just get to treat me like I'm non-existent because you're upset. Like, that's traumatic.
It is. And I was kind of like, I was trained to just
like,
get used to
okay,
it.
like, and when he comes back, oh yeah, I missed him.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna give you attention now.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Okay, I think you've had your time out long enough. I'm gonna give you attention now.
Exactly.
I'm gonna treat you like a person again.
Oh no!
Until you fuck up. So don't fuck up next time.
Don't fuck up. Did you like that? Did you like being on timeout?
God. This next one says, a day after us meeting, he was texting me and telling me what a good girl I was and that he wanted a future with me.
No.
He would insist I stay on the phone with him as he slept, even though it made me super uncomfortable. The last straw was him sending hundreds of messages in a row without response and parking outside my house hoping to catch me on my way to work.
No.
He texted me from 2 different numbers for some odd reason. When I messaged him back and told him it was all too much, he said I'd never find another guy like him. When I reminded him that I didn't care as I wasn't interested, he invited me out for dinner and drinks, and later that same night told me to come over and watch Netflix. We had only been on one date, but that was a roller coaster I'll never forget. Jesus.
This is serial killer status.
You guys, that friend that I was telling you about that dealt with the narcissist, they would sleep on the phone every night. Like literally hearing each other. But it's because narcissists want to mess with you and your sleep, because when you're sleep deprived, you're more likely to be like make dumb decisions or agree to things, or they could be like, you're just tired, you're being dumb.
Yeah.
Or like, I remember you agreed last night at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
You know? And so it's crazy that they sleep deprive you like that. It's to that degree, like where you sleep deprived and you can't remember what you said, what you didn't say, what you said half asleep. Yeah. You're tired at work and they're like, you get to sleep when I want you to sleep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And they go to sleep whenever they want to, because literally in the middle of a argument, he'd be like, you know what, I'm tired, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Yeah. And he just sleeps just fine.
And it got to the point where my friend literally couldn't sleep without talking to him on the phone. Like she had to be on the phone with him. And they create that codependency. Wow. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, narcissists love codependence. Yeah. But codependency, you can work your way out of it. Like you can get through it and you can establish non-codependent behavior. Whereas narcissism, that shit's permanent.
Yeah. But say like if you're with a narcissist, you're never going to establish
you have to break away behavior. For sure.
Yeah. And that's what I went through, because I couldn't sleep well if I didn't get like a FaceTime with him at night, because somewhere in the back of my mind was like, why aren't you calling me at night in the morning? Do you have a bitch over? And are you only calling me in the morning after she leaves? And it turned out to be true.
That's the thing, is that I felt like a shitty person, and this is a shitty thing to do.
Needy and insecure. Yeah.
But I like was going through his phone, and it became like a second nature thing. And I had never looked through any other boyfriend's phones. And like I never have looked through Steve's phone ever. But for some reason, this fucking dude, but I was right. Yep. But it was still shady that I was looking through a phone, and I was like, I don't like what it brings out of me, because I know I'm right, and it's to the point where I need evidence, like to prove I'm not crazy, and that's why I'm doing it, because like he makes me feel like I'm insane and constantly doing the thing like, you said that, oh no, you don't remember that I said that, and I'm like, oh my God, am I crazy? Am I can't remember? Am I a bad person? And then I would find the evidence in the phone, and it was just like a relief to my sanity.
Yeah, like, I'm not crazy.
Truly.
But then like, you should know right then and there, if you're looking through someone's phone, you should not be with that person, because there are trust issues that shouldn't be ever a thing. Yeah. But I didn't know at that time, and I never let that happen again. But I just felt like it became a normal to like look for evidence, because I fucking know something's up. Yeah. And then like, that's terrible. Can you imagine like all the time you went through, all the stress and like anxiety that didn't need to happen? Yeah. Because in a healthy relationship, those things just don't happen.
But when you've never seen a healthy relationship before, you think those things are normal.
Yes. Exactly.
Like if you grew up in a household where your dad was abusive, or where your dad didn't show you love, or like with the parent, like where a parent like withheld love when they were upset, where the parent did the silent treatment, you think it's normal.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is how all couples are. I've never seen a healthy couple.
That's so true.
You grow up, you think possible is what you've seen around you.
Yeah.
And so if you've never seen a healthy relationship, you're like, I just have to put up with it.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Or like, you just have to go through it and learn as you go, because you were never taught this when you were a kid.
Yeah. And like your normal will be what you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
You know, like when my grandma was young, my grandma's like, they had kids in their teens, and that was normal. Like now I'm 30, I haven't had a child, and they're like, that's so weird. Yeah. But to me, that's normal.
Yeah. To our group, it's like, everyone's having kids in their 30s.
Yeah.
That's just it. Our lifespans are longer too now.
True.
So that could be it.
I mean, my grandma's 90, but
But back when she was a kid, their adult lifespans maybe were, and they're like, oh shit, we have to have kids. Yeah.
My friend that's going through that breakup, because this person said he was like blowing up her phone and stuff. My friend who's going through the narcissistic breakup right now, she at one point like 145 missed text messages, 45 missed calls, and it would go from I'm just gonna send a video of me fucking another guy, fuck you piece of shit, to hey, fly me out, like I miss you, to you're fuck you, I hope you kill yourself, to can you call this club that you know and get me in. Like, it's insane.
Yo, that's why, well, I guess this is a girl doing it, but like when it's a guy doing it, I'm like, so I'm threatened. Not only are you crazy, but also I'm threatened for my safety.
Exactly.
Like, I think you're going to maybe murder me. Yeah. And all the victims that I see on like like Dateline or whatever, it's always like someone that you know, it's always someone that you loved, and then they fucking kill you.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's a scary thing. Like as women, it's not even only like your heart, it's your safety.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Physical safety.
There was this girl on TikTok, you guys. She was 19 years old. She was just married to a 20-year-old, and they literally found her in a bathtub full of acid. Yeah, and like good-looking guy, good-looking girl. Yeah, and you just think like, oh, they must be like perfect. He's so handsome, you know, and like literally he was abusive.
Yeah.
And the parents are like, she hadn't spoken to us in 3 weeks. We're so sad. We want our daughter back. Like, get out. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's so hard, and people are like, it's not as easy as you think. I love him. Get out if you can.
It's
At the
so true.
first sign that you see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Like, it's never the victim's fault, but like the first sign of disrespect is enough. Don't wait until it gets bad enough, you know? It's because it's not even just like, oh, he's yelling at me. Like at this point, it's like, you will lose your life.
Yeah.
It's that serious.
Yeah. It's so true.
All my friends who are cops who dealt with domestic violence cases, they say all the time, it never gets better. It either gets worse or you die.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Those are the only endings.
That's the only two endings that you're going to get, you know? So like at the first sign that you got to get out.
And just as a side note, that's like when guys are like, I don't get why girls have to lie about having a boyfriend or blah, blah, when I ask for their number. It's like, dude, because there's some guys who don't take rejection very lightly.
Yeah.
And they will fucking murder you. That's why we feel like we have to protect your fragile ego.
Yeah, exactly. But there's so many more on the list, but we don't have enough time to go through it. So we're going to
But if you see any of those love bombing signs, now you know.
Get out.
Hopefully you never have to experience them firsthand. Hopefully you can be a bitch in the beginning, but be respectful, but you know, be a bitch about your boundaries.
Yeah, be strict about yourself.
know yourself, love yourself, and then that way no one can ever make you think less of yourself or think otherwise.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. People should just add to your life, not take away from it. So keep that in mind, and hopefully you're all healthy and safe and you're making good choices, and we will see you next time.
We're your older sisters. Listen to us. Oh, make sure you follow Stacey on
But like
all her
not
socials.
that much older, because like we're very young.
Like just 2 months.
We're
That's all.
very young.
But follow Stacey on all of her socials. We'll link it down below. She has a cool jewelry line that you guys should totally go buy some stuff. If not, you're a coward. Until then, I love you. We love you. Bye.
Bye.